Hi everyone, and I am so sorry and heartbroken to say that I will not be at Big Daddy's tonight for the premiere of Everything on the Menu. I have come down with a terrible cold and I need to rest and put my health first. The love and support I have received for the premiere has been out of this world and I cannot wait to see how much you all enjoy it tonight. Braun Strowman cancels debut appearance after SmackDown. Braun Strowman just had to cancel his debut appearance for his new USA Network show Everything on the Menu after SmackDown. And the reason is both completely understandable and kind of heartbreaking because the monster among monsters has been hyping this show forever and then couldn't even show up to his own premiere party because he caught a bad cold. Welcome back to the Wrestling Hidden Insight, and today we're breaking down Braun's heartfelt apology to fans who were expecting to meet him at Big Daddy's restaurant, what Everything on the Menu is actually about, why it's wild that Braun is hosting a USA Network show despite being released from WWE earlier this year, and what this means for his relationship with WWE and his future in wrestling. Let's start with what happened because the disappointment is real. Everything on the Menu premiered on USA Network right after WWE SmackDown. This is Braun Strowman's show, his baby, the project he's been building up and promoting for months. The concept is simple but genius. Braun travels to different restaurants across America, explores the local culture, and orders everything on the menu to get a complete feel for the restaurant and the community. It's part food show, part travel documentary, part celebration of local businesses. And it's perfect for Braun because the man is 6'8" and nearly 400 pounds. Watching him consume entire menus is entertainment by itself. For the premiere, Braun was scheduled to appear at Big Daddy's restaurant for a watch party with fans. This was supposed to be the big moment where fans could meet Braun, watch the show with him, celebrate the premiere together and make it a special event. But Braun had to cancel. He posted an apology explaining that he has a bad cold and needs to rest and put his health first. He said he was devastated to miss the debut appearance, that he was looking forward to meeting fans, and that he hopes they understand. And honestly, you have to respect that. Braun could have pushed through, shown up sick, exposed everyone at the restaurant to whatever he's got, and made himself worse in the process. But instead, he made the responsible decision to stay home and recover. The timing is unfortunate though. This is the premiere of Braun's show. This is his first major post-WWE project getting mainstream attention. And he has to miss his own launch party. That's got to sting. Imagine working on something for months, promoting it constantly, getting people excited, planning a big public appearance, and then having to cancel at the last minute because you're sick. It's nobody's fault. It's just bad luck. But it's still disappointing for Braun and for the fans who were planning to meet him. Now let's talk about Everything on the Menu itself because the show is fascinating for multiple reasons. First, it's airing on USA Network, which is the same network that airs WWE Raw. So Braun Strowman, who was released from WWE earlier this year, is still appearing on WWE's network partner with his own show. That's an unusual situation that tells you WWE and USA Network have a more complicated relationship with Braun than a typical release would suggest. If WWE truly wanted nothing to do with Braun, they probably would have tried to kill this show or at least delayed it until Braun was completely separated from anything WWE adjacent. But they didn't. The show is airing as planned on USA Network right after SmackDown, which means WWE either doesn't care or they're okay with Braun having this platform despite not being under contract. The show was originally agreed upon when Braun was still with WWE. That's important. This wasn't something Braun pitched after his release. This was negotiated and greenlit while he was still employed. And when WWE released him, USA Network decided to honor the commitment anyway. That suggests USA believes in Braun as a personality and a draw independent of his WWE status. It also suggests that Braun's release might not have been as acrimonious as some releases are. If WWE and Braun had a bitter split, WWE probably would have tried to block the show or at least made it difficult for USA to move forward with it. But everything proceeded as planned, which indicates there might still be a working relationship or at least mutual respect between Braun and WWE. Braun's release from WWE earlier this year was shocking. He was written off television after a tag team match against Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa, and then on May 3rd, just after WrestleMania, WWE announced his release. Braun hasn't been seen on WWE programming since. The release caught everyone off guard because Braun is still relatively young, still physically capable, still has name recognition, and still has the kind of larger-than-life presence that WWE usually values. But WWE released him anyway, presumably for budget reasons or because they didn't have creative plans for him. And now Braun is doing his own thing with Everything on the Menu while keeping the door open for a potential WWE return if circumstances change. The food show format is smart for Braun because it plays to his strengths without requiring him to wrestle. Braun is charismatic, he's got a good sense of humor, and watching him interact with local restaurant owners and staff while eating massive amounts of food is entertaining. It's also a format that could run for years without Braun needing to take physical punishment. Wrestling is hard on the body, especially for someone Braun's size. A food and travel show lets Braun stay in the public eye, build his brand, make money, and preserve his body for if and when he decides to return to wrestling. The apology Braun posted about missing the debut appearance was genuine and heartfelt. He wasn't making excuses. He wasn't blowing it off. He explained the situation, apologized sincerely, and expressed real disappointment about not being able to be there. That's how you handle these situations. Fans appreciate honesty and transparency. Nobody's going to be mad at Braun for being sick. They'll be disappointed they didn't get to meet him, but they'll understand. And Braun handling it with class and taking responsibility for communicating with fans directly shows maturity and respect for the people who support him. So Braun Strowman had to cancel his debut appearance for Everything on the Menu because he's sick. His new show on USA Network premiered after SmackDown featuring Braun traveling to restaurants and ordering everything on the menu. Despite being released from WWE in May, Braun is still working with WWE's network partner, which suggests his relationship with WWE might not be as severed as typical releases. And Braun's handling of the cancelled appearance with a sincere apology shows he understands how to maintain fan goodwill even when circumstances don't go as planned. If you made it this far, you're clearly interested in what Braun's doing post-WWE and whether Everything on the Menu is worth watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because here at the Wrestling Hidden Insight, we're posting multiple videos every day covering wrestlers' projects inside.